concept is getting the bag and busting it wide open and doing it again. You understand me?
All right, so today we are going on a super adventure with Paperboy, me, myself, you understand me? And we will be checking out a couple of my cars, a couple of my weapons in my arsenal to bring to y'all. All right, so where we at? We're at the famous, legendary, underground R Crew Racing. If you never heard of them, that's your bad, you are definitely sleeping. Now what R Crew is legendary known for, when the Honda K-Series first came out and they was doing swaps, nobody was doing headers for them. When they was taking the Ks, putting them inside the EGs, EKs, the DC chassis, R Crew was the first one to fabricate and mass produce those headers. So that's what R Crew is really known for. But now they're really known for because they just make great racing parts, great track cars, and they're legendary in the Bay Area all the way to Los Angeles. A lot of clientele that reaches, you know, close to Japan, but the hub of the real soil is Bay Area. So now what they specialize in, because the Honda game is kind of taking like a small dip, we kind of converted into BMWs. We start fucking with these joints called the E46s, the M3s. S2000 right here, this is Pop's track car right here, does numbers. Took me on a ride along with this before. This was the first time I understood at a track it's not about speed, it's about pure braking, tires, and suspension. This S2000 is a track demon, I'm telling you. Now that they converted and start fucking with BMWs, he has took his skills and his craftsmanship and now he made the best power producing and sounding M3 E46 exhaust. You see this? It's a single exhaust too. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. The stock exhausts on these are not true dual. It just comes out into one muffler and then it comes into like two dual 4 pieces. But on the E46 M3, it's not a true dual. They come with headers, a mid piping, comes with a cat, and it comes with a muffler. Since the S2000 is a long lost, forgotten about vehicle, we got brand new heads right here and refurbished heads for the S2000s. We got big brake kits for you all day. Big boy brakes. You know what I'm talking about, man. And one thing about us, we don't gotta sit here and wait and order things. Everything is here off the shelf. You see these big rotors, man. Come on, man. This big boy shit, man. We the kids your mama said don't play with. We was them big boys, them big bad boys. Boom, just like that. AP Racing, JRZ suspension, them all day. Recaro bucket seats, got them here all day for you. I'm gonna take you to the secret room real quick though, come here. This is the room of all rooms. What up MTV Cribs, man, that's my joint, come on in. Boom, this is the room. Shout out to Japan for trusting us. Shout out to all the consumers out there that really fuck with us. But the joints that we only sell really is CE 28s, Evo wheels that you've seen on my Laguna Seca, a bunch of TE 37s, a bunch of CE 40s also. Pretty much any Volks wheels that you could imagine, we got them. What are these right here? That's probably these green joints. Yeah, man. It's a set of CE 28s right here. That's that nice pistachio green right here. Can't nobody beat our prices. We got the best prices in the state. You know how Pape do. I make sure all y'all get straight. You heard? And these right here, Hyper Blue TE 37s. A rare color too. In this room, this reminds you of a scene out of Fast and Furious, except these are not stolen parts. These are all paid for. Sponsored by yours truly, Ray's Wheels. Hey, straight from Japan. When I was young, I always used to hear like the caption from the older guys. I remember when that shit came out when I was in high school. But now I'm finally saying it. I remember when the S2000 came out in high school, a lost cause now. I remember when they first came out, they was being very abused. Now you can't even find these motherfuckers in good condition no more. So when you do, make sure to hold on to them. The motors are very rare. You ain't gonna really get a chance to even enjoy it because they've been crashed and wrecked so much. To be honest, this is a gym within a gym now. The S2000 came with 2 different motors, the AP1 and the AP2. The AP1 came with, I want to say, more horsepower, less torque, and the AP2 came with less horsepower and more torque, if I said it right. Either way, but it came with like 200 pro-rated horsepower. You really can't do nothing to the motor when it comes to all motor because it was factory tuned to the highest like peak of it. But what people do, they do pro charge it and turbocharge it, that extra kick in the ass. S2000, a legendary lost gem that a lot of cats abuse. So if you do catch an S2000 out there, Make sure to tuck it and love it. One of the imports game most iconic vehicles, the 1998 Champ White Integra Type R. You know how Paypa moves. Let me pop the hood for you. What we are looking at is an ICB carbon fiber hood, very rare. And right here, we got the unstoppable Frankenstein build. Now what a Frankenstein build is, it's a K24 bottom block that you get from the TSX, the Honda Odyssey, and any other 2.4 liter motor. We got a RRC intake manifold, poured and polished, pretty much the JRZ Pros for suspension, the coil radiator right here, our crew intake manifold, sandwich gasket, TE37s for the feet. We got the PCI side skirts. We got the track life cutouts right here. For those who know anything about the Integra Type R, really first hatched in the 97. So around 96 was the real date that they birthed the Type R. And then the 97 had really hatched over here in the US. Like I was saying, man, the Integra Type R is pretty much the #2 most iconic import car in the Honda world. We're not talking about the whole import scene, we're talking about the Honda. #1 has to be the NSX. It's gotta be the little brother. And the Integra Type R, you know, it stands for pretty much racing. This car was designed to be on the track and bang them gears and let that VTEC scream like an exorcist. You dig what I'm saying? It's just a sad thing that we get these new guys with these cars and the cars will never see the track ever in life. They're just sitting in the garage, sad, crying, asking the owner, when am I gonna go to the track and play? And the owner just looks at him and tells him, you'll never, ever see a track. So sad. 98 Integra Type R with a K20 Frankenstein swap. And shout out to my crack slinging partner A Money for letting me showcase his 1998 Integra Type R. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Perfect.